What if I told you that deep in the heart of Africa, beneath your feet, lies a lost city older than the pyramids of Egypt? A city built by a mysterious civilization, with walls, roads, and artifacts that predate even the earliest dynasties of the Nile. A city that could rewrite the story of human civilization as we know it. Stay tuned, because what we've uncovered in southern Africa will blow your mind. Welcome to Africa Unboxed, where we go beyond the headlines to reveal the wonders, secrets, and surprises of Africa you rarely see. Our story begins in the rolling hills and highlands of South Africa and Zimbabwe, near the border of Botswana. Here, scattered across hundreds of kilometers, are thousands of stone circles, some simple, others complex, linked by ancient pathways and aligned with celestial bodies. Locals have long known about these formations. To them, they are just old stone kraals, cattle enclosures built by early tribes. But in 2003, researcher and author Michael Tellinger, building on the work of explorer Johan Heine, proposed a radical theory: what if these ruins were far older than anyone thought? Using aerial photography, satellite imaging, and on-the-ground measurements, they mapped what appears to be the remains of an enormous ancient city, possibly the oldest known human settlement on Earth. At the center of this theory is a site known as Adam's Calendar. Located near Mpumalanga, South Africa, it's a stone arrangement believed to be over 75,000 years old. That's more than 70,000 years before the pyramids of Giza. This megalithic site, sometimes called Africa's Stonehenge, aligns precisely with solstices and equinoxes. From the air, it resembles an ancient calendar or observatory. Some researchers argue it was used to track celestial bodies, seasons, or even time itself. If accurate, this would make it the oldest known astronomical observatory on Earth. But who built this massive city, and why? Here's where it gets even more mysterious. Mainstream archaeology believes southern Africa was home mostly to hunter-gatherers during this era. Yet the scale and complexity of these ruins suggest advanced knowledge of geometry, astronomy, and possibly even energy. Theorists suggest this civilization may have predated even the ancient Sumerians. Some believe it was a center of early human innovation, a cradle of civilization, not just survival. The stone structures are made of dolerite, a tough material, and they emit unusually strong electromagnetic fields, sparking speculation that they could have been used for sound or energy-based technologies. Too far-fetched? Maybe. But then again, so were the pyramids until we figured out their secrets. Here's where the plot thickens. This region is rich in gold. Some believe these ancient structures were part of a massive gold mining operation, possibly the first on Earth. Historical records and ancient texts from Mesopotamia speak of a place called Abzu, where the gods first mined gold. Some fringe researchers, and yes, we're going a bit speculative here, connect this legend to southern Africa. Could the lost city be the mythical Abzu? Could its builders have been the first miners, astronomers, and engineers, all in one? Whether you buy the theory or not, it raises a huge question. Why does southern Africa, home to the oldest anatomically modern humans, get left out of the story of early civilization? Now, let's keep it real. The mainstream academic community remains skeptical. Archaeologists argue that while the stone circles are fascinating, they date back only a few thousand years, not tens of thousands. They suggest the alignments may be coincidental and that the sites were indeed kraals or livestock pens. And yes, Michael Tellinger's theories often blur the line between archaeology and pseudoscience. He's been criticized for lacking peer-reviewed evidence and relying heavily on speculation. But even critics admit the sheer scale of the ruins demands more serious exploration. Whether or not it's 75,000 years old, something ancient happened here. And it deserves attention. Let's zoom out for a second. Africa is often treated as the backdrop to world history, the place where humans began, but not where they thrived. This mindset has kept countless discoveries in the shadows. But evidence is mounting that Africa didn't just birth humanity, it nurtured advanced societies long before Europe or the Middle East were even on the map. Whether it's the city of Great Zimbabwe, the Nubian pyramids of Sudan, or the ruins of If and Benin, Africa has a legacy of architectural and intellectual achievements still waiting to be fully understood. So, what if history got the timeline wrong? What if human civilization didn't rise in one place, but in many, And one of those centers was deep in southern Africa. What if the ancestors of humanity were not just hunters and gatherers, but astronomers, builders, and thinkers, whose legacy still echoes in the stones they left behind? It's a wild idea. But wild ideas are what move history forward. The lost city in southern Africa may never be fully understood. But it reminds us that Africa holds secrets far older and deeper than most people imagine. And that's what Africa Unboxed is all about: unearthing the buried truths, challenging outdated myths, and opening your eyes to a continent full of wonder. If you found this as fascinating as we did, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, do you think this city is real or just another myth? What do you believe about Africa's forgotten history? Stay curious. Stay unboxed.